So we are in that transitional period from winter to spring. The mornings are still quite cold, the days are starting to be warm, but the nights are still quite cold as well. So we need fragrances that still have that warmth, but they already transmit some sunshine, some brightness. And so this video, it's all about those fragrances. Hi everyone, I'm João Lima and this is my channel Scented Moments, where we discuss everything about perfumes. So in this video, like I said in the intro, we'll be discussing 10 fragrances that are wonderful. They just work amazingly during this transitional period from winter to spring. In no specific order, without further ado, let's get started. So the first one, from the house of Nishane, Sultan Vetiver. It's been a while since I've talked about Sultan Vetiver. I did a review of this one many moons ago, so feel free to check that video out. And Sultan Vetiver is one of my all-time favorite Vetiver fragrances. It's one of the most natural smelling, realistic Vetiver fragrances, but also the most potent, more thick, rich vetiver fragrance that I have. This has like 3 types of vetiver in here, and this is very rooty, very earthy, very grassy, also damp. It's just amazing, especially like from the opening until the heart. It's like the most wonderful vetiver that I ever smelled. As this transitions, then you start to get more nuances like tonka bean, ambery, nuances, woods, and it's just wonderful. You also have like a nice neroli dose in here as well. Amazing scent. I just adore this one. This is an extrait de parfum. This is perfect for this transitional period. Great performance overall. If you are into vetiver fragrances, this is one that you definitely must try. Sultan Vetiver by Nishane. The next fragrance, also, it's been a while since I talked about this one. Another fragrance that I already reviewed, and this one is from Moschino, and this one is Toy Boy. Toy Boy with this teddy bear like bottle. I really like the bottle. It's quite unique, and the scent, it's even more unique, and it's not as playful as the bottle suggests. I mean, you look at the bottle and you might think, oh, this will be like a very sugary, bubblegummy, sweet type of fragrance. It's not, actually. This is like a rose pear leather fragrance. Very unique. The leather here kind of gives me vibes of like a faux leather, not like the most realistic, natural smelling like leather. It's more of a faux leather type of quality. And then you have this rose, like this jammy rose with the pear. It's amazing. I really love this one. Performance, actually, it's quite good. Incredibly unique, especially coming from Moschino. Very well done here. Performance, again, great. And I think it's great for this transitional period for winter to spring, and you will be smelling amazing and very unique. It's Toy Boy by Moschino. The next fragrance from the house of Profumum Roma, and this one is Battito Dali. Now, Battito Dali, it's a great fragrance, very unique in my view. One of my all-time favorites from Profumum Roma, but I mean, a lot of fragrances from this house are my favorites. I mean, this is my all-time favorite brand in the end, as you might know by this time. So, Battito Dali, it's all about orange blossom, neroli, and tons of myrrh and vanilla. And this is really the perfect blend of brightness and warmness. You have the white florals, the orange blossom here that perfectly blend with this resinous, warm myrrh and vanilla. Oh, it's magical. I love this one. Very cozy. Very addicting. It's like leaning gourmand, but it's not gourmand. It's definitely more on the resinous sweet side than just full-on gourmand. And everything here smells of natural, and it's very intense, very rich, very thick, like usually Profumum Roma fragrances are. Performance-wise is incredible as well. Yeah, it just fits. It really fits. I think if I would be ranking this video, I think this would be the #1. Of course, it's Battito Dali by Profumum Roma. The next fragrance, another brand it's been a while since I talked about, and this fragrance specifically reminds me of my early days in this fragrance hobby. From the house of Acqua di Parma, and it's Colonia Oud. And this is the original bottle style. Nowadays it's all black with a yellow lettering, but before it was this dark brown color. Scent-wise, smells very similar to my nose. I don't know in terms of performance, but the current version of Oud smells the same to me. This one was my first, I think this was my first ever Oud fragrance, like Oud fragrance. I'm saying like Oud because this is not the most natural smelling Oud fragrance, but it was like my beginner, where everything started, I believe. I think it was overall, it was with the Oud from Acqua di Parma, and it's amazing. I have this like for 7-8 years, or if not even more. Well, 8 years definitely, and still smells great. So this for me, it could be its signature scent worthy. First of all, although it kind of fits better more into like the colder days of spring, of summer, and fall and winter. It has a performance for the winter, at least on my skin. It's very elegant, very masculine, definitely more masculine leaning, very mysterious at the same time, but this has a bit of everything. So it's Acqua di Parma, so definitely you have citruses, and this one has some bright citruses, like a bit of orange, a bit of bergamot in here, and then you have a bit of a spicy, nuance, oud, leather, and the leather in here also is quite prominent, and kind of gives a bit of, it gives hints of a Tuscan leather-like leather, which actually Acqua di Parma has a fragrance, which I also have in the same bottle style called Acqua di Parma Leather, and that one is definitely more similar to Tuscan leather, but still different, more, again, more heavy on the citruses. This one, the leather is here, but it's more in the background. And you also have a bit of an incense. It's wonderful. I think if you want to start with an oud fragrance and you don't want to go right now like with those funky oud type style of fragrances, I definitely would advise you to start with Acqua di Parma Oud, because it's complex, has a lot of layers, and it really gives you a feel that you want to explore more of oud. I think this one is really a great starter. I do believe that this is more interesting than, for example, Oud Wood from Tom Ford. I think the Oud Wood from Tom Ford is quite linear, while this one is definitely more complex. So yeah, that's why, because of the citruses, because of the bright citruses, I think this really works also for spring, more colder days of spring. But in the end, this is about transitional, it's about that transitional time from winter to spring. So this is also perfect, very perfect for that. It's Acqua di Parma Colonia Oud, very, very sophisticated, gentlemanly, but still with depth and rich type of fragrance. Acqua di Parma Colonia Oud. The next fragrance from house of Matiere Premiere, and this one is Radical Rose. Love this one. This was love at first sniff, and I have this one already for a few years now. Now, Radical Rose, as the name implies, it's all about rose, and this is a very jammy, fruity, sweet like rose, very ambery, and even, I would dare to say, it's a bit boozy as well. Oh, and it's so good. Also a bit of saffron. It's not the most unique type of fragrance or type of rose, but I love it. Very addicting to me. Very well done in this category, and it as well fits this transitional period because it's warm, it has depth, it's very rich, very thick, and it has rose. Rose for me, it's perfect for springtime. And so that's why for me this is a great fragrance for that transitional period. I highly advise you to try this one. I like quite a few fragrances from the Matiere Premiere, like the incense that they have on Saint Suave. I also like Falcon Leather, and I like as well the vanilla one that they have. It was like released a couple years ago, like Vanilla Powder, if I'm not mistaken, is the name. And Bois Eben. So these are the ones that I like the most from the brand. I would not advise you to try their extraits. I mean, definitely you can, of course. But in my view, they are not worth it. They are extremely overpriced and they don't add anything new. Like, they really smell the same to me. So there's that. But so I would just advise you to go with Eau de Parfum. And the performance-wise, they all, at least on my skin, last really well. They all have great performance. But for this video, Radical Rose, it's fantastic. The next fragrance from the house of Masque Milano, it's also been a while since I talked about Masque Milano, and actually it's a brand that I really want to re-explore. So currently I have 3 fragrances from the brand. Tango, created by Cécile Roquien. I have La Tessa, a fantastic, one of my favorite iris fragrances. And I have this one, Russian Tea. And I think Russian Tea, it's one of the best tea fragrances currently available in the market. And I definitely want to explore more, or better saying, re-explore like Monte Cristo, Times Square, and a few others. Hemingway, a great vetiver fragrance actually. So there's quite a few from this brand that I really want to re-explore and maybe add to my collection. But yes, Russian Tea, it's a wonderful scent. It's a smoky, birch tarry, black tea type of scent with leather, with raspberry, and it's just wonderful. This fragrance, like the best way to describe is like you're sipping tea inside a house while you see the snow melting outside. It's like the image that I have. And oh, it's so good. You also have mint in here. Yeah, it's actually very intense mint as well. Very green, minty freshness with this very smoky, birch tarry black tea. Oh man, it's so good, so unique. And yeah, again, perfect for this transitional period from winter to spring. Great performance. Check this one out if you have yet to. One of the best from the brand, Russian Tea by Masque Milano. And the next fragrance from the house of Etat Libre, Fat Electrician. Man, I love the name, Fat Electrician. But this one is a vetiver fragrance, but with a slightly gourmand nuance with this creamy, like hazelnut, vanilla-like qualities, kind of hinting at Vetiver Tonka by Hermès from their high-end line, Hermès Essence. But still different, not like a spot-on, like clone or heavily inspired by. No, it's still quite different from, but it's just for you to have an idea how this smells and what category this fits. But yes, this is a great, very dusty. It's definitely even more dusty than the Vetiver Tonka, and this one doesn't have like the tonka bean that you can smell in Vetiver Tonka, for example. So it's still different, still has its own unique notes. But this, I think, works wonderfully during this transition period. I think vetiver overall works wonderfully for spring, but these warm, gourmand, more cozy nuances, I think, makes this even better for this transitional period. The only downside of this fragrance is really the performance. It doesn't last as much as I would love to, but smell-wise, I think it's one of the best from the brand. It's Fat Electrician by Etat Libre. And the next fragrance, actually I don't know if this one is discontinued. This is from the house of Bvlgari, and it's definitely one of my favorite tea fragrances. Another tea fragrance here, and this one is Eau Thé Noir. Now, I don't know if this is discontinued or not. This is a 125 ml, if I'm not mistaken. No, 150 ml. Man, this is a massive one. This is a 150 ml. And again, I don't know if this is discontinued or not, but this smells amazing. Now, this technically, it has oud, although I don't really get much oud. What I do get is this very smoky black tea with raspberry, with some leather, and it's divine. It's divine. This fragrance, it's so mysterious, so seductive. Oh man, I just want to keep smelling it. It's really good. And I love this. And again, this is perfect for this transition period. Performance-wise is great. I don't know what's the concentration, if it's eau de cologne. Yes, this is an eau de cologne, but this doesn't perform as an eau de cologne. This actually has it has some weight into it, and it lasts. At least on my skin, this really lasts like a day's work easily. So there's that. Don't really get fooled by the concentration itself. Highly advise of you to try this one. It's my favorite from this line, actually, but they do have quite a few tea fragrances from this collection. I mean, this is their tea collection. I really don't know exactly what's the name of this line, but I like quite a few others. Like, they have the green one, which I think it's the most popular eventually. Then they have a white one, red one. I think that red one is discontinued. So, I mean, I don't know currently what's the current state of this line overall, but this is definitely my favorite. Eau Thé Noir, highly advise for you to try this one, especially if you are into more complex tea fragrances, because again, this has like this raspberry, rose, also has a big rose note in here, smoked black tea, leather. Technically this has oud, but again, I don't really get the oud, but still. Great scent, very luxurious, mysterious type of scent. It's Bvlgari's Eau Thé Noir. The next fragrance from the house of Ramon Monegal, and I don't remember the last time I talked about this one. This was my first Ramon Monegal fragrance. So yeah, it's been a while. Another fragrance that really reminds me of my early days of my fragrance journey. This one is Next to Me. Also extremely underrated. I mean, barely anyone talks about this fragrance. This was released, I mean, 2014. I think this started to be as like a Dubai exclusive back then. But yes, Next to Me, it's so good, man. It's really good. This is all about peach. It has like a peach, creamy vanilla, saffron, rose, pepper type of fragrance, oud, leather, and it's wonderful, wonderful scent. And it's another fragrance that really works during this transition period. It's very rich, very heavy, thick, but it has brightness into it. Maybe it's the peach with this vanilla, very creamy, a bit floral as well because of the rose. Maybe gives this springish vibe into it. But it has, again, it has a lot of depth because with the oud, with leather, spices, but it's so damn good. Really advise you to try this one. It's Next to Me by Ramon Monegal. And last, but by no means least, from the house of Roja, Danger. And this is the Parfum Cologne concentration. And this is similar to Guerlain's Héritage, which I have and absolutely love. Now, I wanted to feature this one because it's been a while since I talked about this one. And it deserves a mention, though you might say that it's overpriced because in the end it's not unique at all. But I think quality-wise is great nonetheless. And this is all about lavender, bergamot, patchouli, sandalwood, and it just works very classy, very sophisticated, and it's perfect for this transitional period. Yeah, and I really love this one. But again, if you love Héritage by Guerlain, I mean, chances are that you will really appreciate it. But again, Guerlain Héritage, you can find it like in discounters for really a third of the price of Danger. So I don't know if you want to spend like the big bucks on Danger, but nonetheless, it deserves a mention. Highly advise for you to try it nonetheless. Danger, Parfum Cologne by Roja. Guys, let me know in the comments down below if you like this video, and if you find value, please hit the like button, subscribe, check out all the other fragrance contents that I have available. Let me know also in the comments down below what fragrances would you suggest for this transitional period, and see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Ciao.